How y'all are? I'm glad for you to see me. I guarantee. I'm gonna taste this jambalaya first. Just go ahead on and cook. Get the part of the chicken that I like. Turtle stew. Come here, boy. Mm. You know that looks good? This is going to be good. I guarantee you. Talk to it like it knows what I'm talking about. I like it. It's good. I believe in easy cooking. Believe me, I do. How y'all are? I'm glad for you to see me, I guarantee. And today we're going to bake a beef brisket, and I'm gonna make a diabetic barbecue sauce. A little old lady I was at a rice festival in California, and I cooked a jambalaya with eggplant, a vegetarian jambalaya, and she says why doesn't somebody put a diabetic barbecue sauce on the market? I said, the lady, I'm gonna make you one and send it to you, and I did. And it's delicious. Nobody knows it's diabetic unless you tell them. I'm gonna first start with this wonderful piece of beef brisket there. Onto it, I'm gonna put it in this pot. It's the easiest way for me to do this instead of doing that and put it in here. But I've got to wash my hand after I mess with it because I pat into this brisket garlic powder, salt, and cayenne pepper. When you mess with that cayenne pepper, you got to wash your hands after you do. You've been patting and playing with it. So I'm gonna use my hands to put that in there because it's a little bit too big to use the fork, and I'm gonna put it in there to start patting and patting it. And around it, I'm gonna pour, this is a glass with half good Chablis drinking wine, and I'll cook with it too, and water. So let me dry my hand a little bit. First, I put garlic powder. Whoever put that on didn't know my hand was gonna get greasy, you know it. But I can take it over there, come over there. I got you. They put this back, hanging that little deal that they put on these dungarees just for me when I'm cooking. This is garlic powder that we sprinkle on here and then pat it in. They got to pat it a little bit. Garlic powder. Just enough, just enough. And I'm gonna put salt. Put salt and I'm gonna pat both of them in at the same time, believe it or not. Come on, salt. Don't be acting like that. Just get with it, because you got to get all over that. That's about a 9-pound brisket we have in here. And the way I cook that, I put it in the oven and start at about 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Then I turn the fire down to 200 degrees and let it cook all night. Don't even have to look at it. Get in there now. Now you're going. Cayenne pepper. Come here, baby. That's nothing but pure cayenne pepper. And cayenne pepper is good for you. If you don't use too much, you use too much, it's too damn hot to eat, so we're using messing with it at all. Now I got to pat that in there. Get in there good, baby. And I'm gonna turn it over and do the same thing to the other side. Get down in there like a knife. There you're going. I got to rinse my hands. That's how come we got this right here. Just for me to rinse my hands and dry them on that dish towel. Get that. I don't want that cayenne pepper to get into the pores of my skin. No sorry. Dry your hand like a nice little man, all right? And then I'm going to go back there and do the same thing and then come wash my hands again. Whew. Garlic powder. Just sprinkle it real nice like. Now, you can put as much garlic powder as you want to on it, but this is as much as I want to put, so that's what we're going to put right now. And salt. And you got to salt this darn thing, because if you don't, it tastes like hell. Let's go. Come on, salt. Get on there nice. It's not going to be too salty. That I know. Come on, cayenne pepper. Let's get with the program. All right. Tried to quit on me there then, but I'll fix that real quick. I just bounced it on that stove real good. Pat it in there. Now, with this other hand, I'm going to pour this around it, not on it. I'm not going to put that on it. And it'll go all the way around that nice beef brisket. And I'll tell you, when you cook it all night, or you can barbecue it all night on an occasion microwave. I do that with it frequently. And it comes out tasting about the same. Let me wash my hand before I do another thing. Get that. Oh, you know that's hot? I'm not about to do that. Wouldn't be able to talk for 40 minutes. Get over there out of the way, partner. Now, get my hands dry. And I'm going to put that in the oven. Or leave it there till later. Put the lid on it. Keep the lid on it. Let's get on there right, boy. Gotcha. I'm gonna open the oven. Open up there, baby. Come here, boy. Let's go into the oven like a nice little fella. Gotcha. Go in there and just cook up a storm. Now I'll keep that in there about 30 minutes. Put this on the oven there just to get it out of my way. And then I'll put it on 320, on 200. Put it on 200 and let it cook all night. Now, I'm going to make a barbecue sauce for diabetic people. And I told you a story about why we're going to do it. It's in this pot. And I got the recipe with all of the ingredients in it right here. And I'm going to put it in there just like it said. Olive oil, 2 tablespoonfuls. That's not quite 1 tablespoon. That's 1 tablespoon. TUE, 2 tablespoons full. And I'm going to turn the fire on under that right now. Hope I get the right one. I did. I'm going to put this on a medium-low fire. It's working. I'm sure glad to hear that. Now, into that, I'm going to put a cup of liquefied onion, regular onion, and parsley, and liquefied bell pepper, a tablespoonful of garlic liquefied, and a cup of fresh tomato. I'm gonna get all that in there, don't worry none. But what I'm gonna do right now is put the onion, the green onion, and the bell pepper, and the parsley. I don't need you right now, partner. You either come here. we'll put this in here and start it cooking. Now this has to cook quite a while. Somebody asked me, is that spinach? Man, I said, spinach? I love spinach, but not in barbecue sauce. Let's get all that in there. Now you're going. You think it's going to be green when we finish, but it's not going to be green. I bet you. Just go in there. I use olive oil because it's healthy, I can't even spell the word, cholesterol. There's no cholesterol. Get in there. My hands are clean. You saw me wash them. All right. Now, that has all of the liquefied things that I'm going to put right now. It's got garlic. I'm going to go over this again with you. A cup of liquefied onions, 1 cup of liquefied fresh parsley, 1 cup of liquefied bell pepper, 2 tablespoonfuls of chopped garlic, liquefied and put in there too. Look, it's in there already, that's right. 1 cup of sugar-free tomato sauce if you can find it. I found one and I made it. Now I've not been able to find another, so what I do, I liquefied tomatoes. There it is right there. Now I'm going to put that in there too. Get it to cooking. Come here, boy, don't be messing around like that. Now this is better, I think, than the canned one. You just have to use a food processor to do this. The only way to do it is with a food processor. That's a little more than a cup, I can tell. But we had them, so we just went ahead and put it in there. Right there. You get right in there, so we don't take up too much space. And we stir. Whenever we add anything, we stir. That's easy cooking, believe me it is. Oh, man. Come on, baby. Let's change the color a little bit from green. I'm no color expert, but I don't know what this color is going to be. It's not going to be green. That's cooking already. You smell it? I smell it. Stir it up pretty. Be sure it's mixed good. That's right. Got to do that. Now into this right now, I'm going to put a cup of equal. You can't put sugar in it. So I dissolved 2 teaspoons of equal. That's what this is right here. It looks like clear water, but it ain't. It's equal and sugar. Get in there. And go back over there and stir that boy. Got to stir. Whenever you add anything, stir. That tomato didn't think it was going to be liquefied, but it is. Now you're going. Put that spoon right there. Now I'm going to put a teaspoonful of dry mustard. 2 teaspoonfuls of dry mustard in water, warm water, so it would dissolve or resolve itself, real quick like. Put that in there. Get out of there, all of you. Now this can be awfully hot if you don't look out. And of course, I don't always look out. But like Chinese mustard or English mustard, English mustard is just dry English mustard. You can get it at most any good grocery store. Put that in there like that. I'm going to put a cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice. And that is fresh lemon juice. I want to be sure it wasn't wine. It's lemon juice, I'll guarantee you. That's a cup. And it works too. It helps the flavor. Stir that in there now as you stand. You got to cook this a long time. That's the only big trouble with it. You got to cook it a long time. But if you're barbecuing, you're out having fun, you can have a beer while it's cooking, or maybe 4 or 3 of them. You know how it is. And your nose starts running like mine did there with that hot pepper, that red pepper. Now and then I'm going to put in a teaspoonful of dried mint is already in that. And we did a cup of pitted black olives and put that in there. It's already in there, drained and liquefied in the food processor. And 2 tablespoonfuls of sugar-free soy sauce. That's going to go in there. And I had a hard time finding that, but I always read the labels anyhow because I don't eat anything with monosodium glutamate if I can help it, and I can help it. And it's not as green as it was, is it? A lot of that greenness will cook out. Doesn't make color, doesn't make any difference, just so it tastes good. I got that in there, and I got to put a little cayenne pepper. It says 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Well, I'm gonna put 1/4, because that mustard in there, and that's got hot to it. This is 1/4 one. That's 1/4 teaspoon. I'd bet money on it, I really would. No. Mm-hmm. Looking good. Let me see how it smells. Smells good too. Aye. Now I got to put that's the pepper. They had it all measured out there for me, but I'm not going to use it. I got enough in there. I guarantee I have. I want to be sure I got everything in there. Salt. I got to put salt in it. Here I go right now. It says 2 tablespoons of sugar-free soy sauce, and it is. 2 teaspoonsful of salt. I think it needs a little bit more than that because I got a lot of stuff in there. I'm going to put 3 teaspoonsful of salt. Right now my nose got you. And it is 3 teaspoons. This is 1 teaspoon. I know a lot of people don't think I measure that teaspoon right, but I guarantee you I do. I'm going to show you. Get in there. See that teaspoonful of sugar? Salt. I want to be sure I got all of it. That's 1. 2. 3. It's a little bit over 3, and that'll make it taste real good. I'll guarantee you that. Without salt, it would not be good. I just don't believe it would. And I like this. I don't have diabetes, but I make this every now and then because I like the flavor. I like the flavor, and the flavor to me is what counts. Now what I'm going to do, I want to be sure I got everything in it. I've got the olive oil I put in there first. I got the liquefied onion, liquefied parsley, liquefied bell pepper, liquefied chopped garlic, liquefied tomatoes, 2 teaspoonfuls of equal dissolved in water, 2 teaspoonfuls of dry mustard dissolved in a cup of water, 1 cup of fresh lemon juice, got that in there, 1 teaspoon of dried mint, it's in there too. Let me see here now. 1 cup of the black olive's been liquefied along with the other. A tablespoonful of sugar-free soy sauce, got that, got the cayenne pepper, got the salt. Now all I want to do is just put the lid on there, adjust the fire down real low, and let it cook for 2 hours, I think it is. Hold still. Let me be sure. I don't want to tell you no lie, no. It says right here, stir occasionally for about 30 minutes. Add the rest of the ingredients and cook for at least 2 hours. I put them all in there. It comes out all right. Cook that for at least 2 hours, and actually you got it made then. I'm going to stir it once. And I'm going to just kind of, you smell that? It smells good. Yeah, put this on here. And this has to have those little lips on there so everything is in there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to sit down here and look at this devil and adjust that fire to where it's low. Now it's on medium low right now. That's too hot. I don't want it to cook fast. I'm gonna put it on low, and then I'll put it on simmer, 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 simmer. But right now I'm going over there, wipe this off the table. Don't be a messy cook. Just cook easy cooking, that's all. Go over here and taste this, and I'm gonna tell y'all a couple of stories. Maybe three, it all depends on how I feel about it. Now that is the roast beef right there, and it is good stuff. Here's the barbecue sauce, and it's still warm. I'm gonna put a little of that on there. I got to tell you a true story that happened years and years ago. It happened in 1952. And the reason I remember, because money wasn't so easy to get back there then. Excuse me. I got a friend who, they discovered oil on his place, and you talk about a quick, rich Cajun, he was. That oil well pumped all night and made more money than he'd spend the next day, and that's rich. So we went down to New Orleans and went to a big hotel down there in the French Quarter. Got him a whole damn suite of rooms, not just one room, 3 or 2 rooms. He's a big shot now, you know, discovered all. And he called a bellman boy up there named Paul Lagrange. That's Paul LaGrange to most people. But old Paul comes in, yes, sir, what can I do for you, huh? He said, Paul, I want you to get me a female woman. He said, you got the right man. What you want, a blonde, a brunette, a short tang, you know, that's a brunette, or red hairs? He said, Paul, I want a female woman what's got red hairs. I can shut your mouth and listen to the rest of these specify. What's got red hairs, 6 feet 4 inches high, and weighs 75 pounds. Paul said, what you said? He said, I want you to get me a female woman what's got red hairs, 6 feet 4 inches high, and weighs 75 pounds. Paul said, I don't thought I can get one, but met them kind of specify. Well, my friend reached in his pocket and got a $50 bill, 1952, that was a lot of money. He tore it in half. He gave half to LaGrange. He said, you find one what met my specifier, and you get the other half of this $50 bill. Paul said, me, I'm going, zoom, he's gone. About 30 minutes, he called my friend on the phone and told him, this is Paul LaGrange. I find a female woman, she don't quite match you specify, but she's close, close, close. She don't quite make 6 feet 4, she just made 6 feet 3 3/4. She don't quite make 75 pounds, she just made 78 pounds. But red hairs, ooh, she is broke out with that, I guarantee. My friend said, brought her up here, I'll cast one eye on that. Paul brought her up there, and my friend looked at her and cast one eye on her. He said, Paul, that's close enough. Here's the other half of your $50 bill. Lost yourself. He lost himself. He said, baby, stood out there in the middle of the floor and took all your clothes from you, and right now, she stood out there and and right now, he went and opened a door to another room in that suite room, then called her little daughter, Celestine. Cute little girl, about 7 or 6 years old. Celestine, yeah, Papa. Brought yourself here. Okay, Papa. He said, Celestine, you see that female woman out in the middle of that floor like that, huh? Yeah, Papa. That's the way you're gonna look if you don't drink your milk, I'll guarantee you. Speaking of milk, I poured me a little red wine. Red wine goes good with anything. I don't care what people say. They say you're supposed to have white wine with fish. Fish can't, they're colorblind, they don't know what the hell it is. And right here, I'm gonna get this a little bit more in front of me, and I got to taste this to see if it's any good. And then I'm gonna tell you another little quick story. I think it's quick. Come here. Now that's just tender as butter, you hear me? Now, a little sip of wine to help wash that down. Come here, you barbecue sauce. And that looks good, don't it? It's all good. Need to wash that down a little bit more. Mm-mm.